the industry as well, because there is a gap between the industry and academia, but now it is day by day decreasing. And I am very happy to hear about the number of papers which the conference conveners has got. 250 is a big number, and for 2 days presenting and coordinating the entire nation, because they have the participation from many states, including the government and private partners. So really, the entire team is, I would like to extend my congratulations to the entire team under the leadership of all very best, and I request everybody to keep that fire on in your heart so that you can contribute in the state economy, in the nation economy. So thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us the information. The quintessence, sir has provided information and motivation for turning our academics into our own startup as a co-founder. So, sir is here. You can connect with the convener if you want to start any startup. He will tell you all the startup policies. And yes, you can also be a co-founder, a co-owner of your own ideas. It's just need a kick. Thank you so much, sir, for being here. Now, I would like to request Professor Ajay Tanja, sir, who is also a subject expert, who is a chemistry expert. Sir, please raise the evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good afternoon to all of you. Respected Professor Manjula Upadhyay, Principal of Navyug Kanya Mahavidyalaya, Lucknow. Guest of today's function, Dr. Anuj Kumar Sharma, who is a faculty Center for Advanced Study in AKTU. Dr. Neha Agarwal, the convener of this international 2-day seminar. Organizers, faculty members of this college, and dear students and delegates. It has been a pleasure of visiting this college in a seminar which has been conducted on a very important topic, which stands as Bridging Disciplines through Chemical Sciences for a Sustainable Future. See, there are two big terms here. One is bridging disciplines and second is sustainable future. When the word sustainability is not new to us, even if you see our constitution, we had 42nd amendment in 1976, way back in 1976, where this term was introduced into our constitution. And it has been said that all our policies for the future will be based on sustainable growth. And Niti Aayog now, which is earlier the Planning Commission, has been talking about this term earlier also, and we have been moving ahead towards Viksit Bharat 2047 with this thought in our mind, with these conditions which are already preconditioned in our mind. Now the biggest, what I find is the key point of this seminar was where more than 250 research papers were presented. So the organizers delivers a lot of congratulations for that, because it is not easy to do that in 2 days. And when you are sitting in a validatory function, तो मेरे को बोला गया थोड़ा हिंदी भी बोलना है, तो ये बिल्कुल ऐसे ही होता है कि विदाई होने वाली है और वैलिडिटी फंक्शन है, सब थक चुके हैं और इस क्योंकि 2 दिन तक कितना प्रयास रहेगा, सिर्फ 2 दिन का नहीं, उसकी तैयारी में 6-7 दिन लगे होंगे और उससे पहले से तैयारी हो रही होगी। तो ये होता है कि किसी तरह सब लोग जाएं तो रेस्ट मिले, और फिर मैडम से भी रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि कल की छुट्टी दे दें। लेकिन मैडम भी बहुत स्मार्ट है, उन्होंने कल संडे Saturday को रखा है. So coming to the point, here again I was talking about sustainability. Sustainability is not new to us. We have been talking about it. लेकिन यहाँ पे जो catch point है कि what is the role of chemical sciences? That is the catch point. And to tell you, as already mentioned by Anuj, that even when we get up and when we go to sleep, we have about 12 hours active working and more than 12 hours of rest. There is no single process known up to date where chemistry is not involved, directly or indirectly. Whether we eat food, whether we wear clothes, whether we do toothpaste, or we take bath, even water, we drink water. Water is defined by a chemist. I remember one joke, the formula of water is H2O. If some chemistry students are sitting here, they know that. अब ये H2O तो बताया क्या क्लास में केमिस्ट्री टीचर द्वारा. अगले दिन वो फिर आया तो बोला कि फॉर्मूला बताइएगा H2 वाटर. तो उन्होंने बोला HIKKLMNO H2O. तो ये इंटरप्रिटेशन है. But again coming to the point, chemical sciences has been the central science which we know. As I told you, there is no single process. Even the oxygen you breathe, the carbon dioxide you exhale, is all defined by chemistry. And it has been a central science and has given to many disciplines. To talk about nanochemistry, to talk about nanotechnology, to talk about material science, to talk about biochemistry, biotechnology, all are related with chemistry, because chemistry being a basic science, and then when it becomes an applied science, it has been given certain names. But we cannot ignore chemistry. We cannot neglect chemistry. So the emphasis was correct in your topic that if you really want to have a sustainable growth, then chemistry has to play its role. And chemistry is playing its role in a very vital role. It has in a very important, you can say it has a role in all that. To talk few, that we have greener technologies these days. We talk about green chemistry. What are these? We talk about, there are certain posters which are being pasted here by the students. They talk about good efficient catalysts. Now what do these catalysts do? In whatever reactions they are being put, they make it more efficient. The reactions become more efficient, so you have a more productivity. So, in a way, how does it has a relationship with a sustainability? Because you are using less energy, so you are saving the environment. Because thermodynamics third law says that, or all the three laws says that whatever you are producing, you have to spend some energy for it. And energy comes at a price. Energy comes as a destructive to environment in whatever way you produce it. Just leave ahead nuclear energy. But nuclear energy, if you say the contribution of nuclear energy is less than 4% in our country. So we depend upon thermal, we depend upon solar, we depend upon wind. You must be thinking about why I spoke about solar. Okay, solar panels are there and India is using solar energy a lot and it is a green tool, no problem. But the problem which we will be facing after 15 years when these panels will be discarded is a big question, is a big challenge to all of us. So that is the point where we have to focus upon and where the chemistry will play its role. And the term which we are using for those things is circular economy. So circular economy starts with a very small rattiwala which comes to our house and we sell our newspapers, we sell our cans, we sell our bottles. and whatever is useless in our house. But for him, it is not useless. He earns his living by circulating it or giving it to a person where he recycles it, which can be again reused. So this is how the circular economy has started its roots, and now we have many industries which are being put to use these useless things and make them into a useful thing, where we don't have to throw them into sea, we don't have to throw them into river, we don't have to dispose in the soil. Very good example, I am remembering it. We all drink Coca-Cola, Campa-Cola, and there was a very hue and cry about few years back that pesticide was found in Coca-Cola. We are all drinking cold drinks, and children are fond of it. So, what happened? Coca-Cola never put pesticide in its drink, but the water which they were withdrawing from the ground, the pesticides were put by the farmers in an appropriate manner. So they were putting in more pesticide which was required, so it was seeping in and reaching the groundwater, and the groundwater be taken by the Campa-Cola factory or a Coca-Cola factory, and the pesticide was found in the Coca-Cola. So it's a circular economy which plays its role, whether in a natural way or whether in an artificial way. So chemistry has a big role into it, that how to control it. Now we have biopesticides coming into role. So this is all being done by the chemistry people. Now, talking to the delegates here, science must move beyond isolated research. This is what this conference is about. When you move from your labs and goes into industry, then you have an applied science where chemistry plays its role in many fields. Now I would like to give you one example here, that we talk about different types of innovations. We talk about different instruments being manufactured. Let me give you one example of NMR. Everybody must have heard about it, nuclear magnetic resonance. The discoverer of that NMR was physicist. He was an American physicist and he got Nobel Prize for it. The first applicants were chemists for that instrument. Chemistry people used it for solids, used it for liquids, and two of the very famous chemists got Nobel Prize for using or applying NMR for various applications which were sustainable. Now the latest thing is, now biologists are using NMR and we call it as now as MRI. You go to some doctors, if you are ill, doctors ask you to just go and do MRI and come with the report. So MRI is nothing but NMR, where you are again monitored for hydrogen, that is proton. And now the latest Nobel Prize in this field was given to a biologist. So what I want to say, it has to be an interdisciplinary research for an application which was discovered by a physicist, applied by the chemist, ultimately used to humankind by the biologist. So this is how the science moves. This is how the science moves. And we have to go with it. So friends, don't feel shy to collaborate with a statistician or collaborate with a physicist, even if you are a chemist, or collaborate with a social scientist. Because ultimately, when you do something, it can be utilized by a physicist to build a technology. And it has been said, today's science is tomorrow's technology. It's a well-known fact. Now coming to sustainable development goals, that is again linked to it. We have about 17 UN sustainable goals. And chemistry has a very strong linkage with many of the goals like good health, which is SDG 3. Similarly, clean water, SDG 6, clean energy 7, sustainable cities 11, responsible consumption that is 12, and climate action 13. There was one poster here which was on climate action. So everybody is facing it and nobody wants to now live in Delhi, where it has every facility of commuting, for studying, jobs are there. But what about air, which is not conducive for our health? And friends, you all must be knowing it, but just to remind you, if you have a glass of water which is dirty, you have a choice to replace it with a fresh water. But if you have air in this room which is being contaminated, can you change it? No. You cannot change it. You must be saying that we can always put mechanical air ventilators. But what is the price you are paying for that? Is a big question. So it doesn't talk about it on lines with the sustainability. So this you have to see what you are actually doing it for the environment. You have to, when you grow up, you have to take these challenges, and these challenges cannot be solved by a chemist or a physicist or a biologist, but it has to be a pool of scientists which belongs to different streams. Then only it can be solved. Then, if we talk about integration of Indian knowledge system, then traditional knowledge for which our country is well known, and we are also talking about these in many platforms. Then modern science, they can always complement each other. And sustainable practices are rooted in our culture. That is why when we used to do हवन जब हम करते थे, अगर उसको आज भी हम ठीक तरीके से करते हैं तो हमारे वेदों में रखा है, तो it purifies the air. लेकिन क्या है कि हम लोग शॉर्टकट करने लगे, इतना हमारे पास समय नहीं, हमारे पास हम लोग बोलते हैं चलो गाय का घी नहीं मिल रहा तो कोई भी डाल दो. तो इस तरह की चीजें जब होती हैं तो उसका पूरा फायदा हम लोग को नहीं मिलता. So these are all things because herbal chemistry is a well-known field which has been there for many ages. And if you see the history of the modern pharmaceutical industry, then what America did was, what was there in our ancient literature? Because all medicines were synthesized or extracted by the plants. Our Ayurvedic was very strong. So what American chemists did was, they isolated that product, and after isolation they built it or they synthesized it in an artificial manner. When they synthesized it in an artificial manner, it became a medicine. So there was a price war because it is an industry. So there was a price war. And to increase the yield, they started doing malpractices. Even they roped in some doctors who were giving prescriptions which was not required, and very beautifully explained by this girl when I visited her poster. She has mentioned that when you take excess of antibiotics, because you don't have choice, you don't argue with your doctor. A doctor in India doesn't give you much time. नब्ज पकड़ी 10 मिनट में रखा, तुझे बाहर नहीं रहे, उसकी भी गलती नहीं थी. Because we have less doctors if you count it per population. But when you start using more of medicines, then your body becomes immune. And now you require more dose. We have seen COVID. We have all survived COVID phase. That is why we are all sitting here. What happened to our body? Still we are debating about it, about the medicines, about the injections which were given to us. So it has to be a sustainable development, and sustainable, see, again I am repeating it, the term sustainable means when we use those things which can be again used in future and it remains there for future generations. So all these three things is very difficult to maintain. But still people are working on it, and chemistry has a lot of role to it. Now let us talk about the smart cities which government is building. We have now 100 smart cities coming in India. Lucknow is one of them. But uh, I don't know, you must be facing, I also face daily the traffic chaos which Lucknow has. So can't we have smart, you can say, smart roads, smart governance, smart standards for the smart cities which we are planning? If we can have smart standards for every city which we are planning, then I don't think so much is required for it automatically becomes sustainable growth, which is not there. So we talk about it, we think about it, we discuss about it, but it is not there. This is my point to be noted by the youngsters, because it is you who will be leading various agencies in future. Now coming to the environment and climate studies, we do talk about ecosystem restoration and climate mitigation strategies and sustainable urban development. I was talking to the guest of honor today, Dr. Arun, and he was saying he works on machine learning. And machine learning and AI is nothing but different patterns of data which can always predict the data in the future. So all of us should use these types of tools to have a better vision of the work which we are doing, which can be used in the future, and that becomes one of the key factors for the sustainability achievement. So everybody should move towards the latest technologies. This is one of the points I want to mention here. Then another point I would like to mention is the behavior change which we should make. And the example which I am remembering right now is Prime Minister Ujjwal Yojana. We distributed LPG gas cylinders to many people. Very few people, and lakhs of people got it. The first cylinder. But if you see how many have gone for refilling the second cylinder, is a very big question. So why can't we have policies which are again sustainable to the environment, which are again sustainable, looking at the different multilingual diversity, cultural diversity and income diversity which our country has. That is another point which you must have pondered during these 2 days of discussion. So I would not like to take much time. I think I have taken more than what has been assigned to me, because this is one of my favorite topics. I can keep on talking about it. But friends, sustainability is a shared responsibility. It's not question of one man acting, or we can always put it on blame on our government. So it has to be a behavior change. It has to be a technological change. It has to be a scientific change. So chemistry is the connecting thread between them. This is what I want to say. And friends, collaborate. And collaboration is the key of your future success. Young researchers must think beyond your disciplinary boundaries. Not only limit yourself to chemistry, not limit yourself to physics, not limit yourself to biology. Please interact with each other, then only good innovations and incubation should come. So in the end, when chemistry bridges disciplines, it transforms knowledge into sustainable action. This is the message which I want to give, and I would like to thank Principal Manjula Upadhyay, convener, Dr. Agarwal, for calling me here and giving me the chance to interact with you all. My best wishes are with you, and I hope the delegates who have stayed in Lucknow must have enjoyed the hospitality and the good food and the culture of Lucknow, which Lucknow always offers. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir. Accept your administrative glorified career. Sir, you are a marshal in our academics. To shape up Viksit Bharat 47, you have raised a serious concern about solar panels. After 15 years, technology brings hazards later, so all the scientists are equally responsible for the innovation towards biologically, chemically clean Viksit Bharat 47. So, thank you so much, sir, for guiding us in this. So, it's time for result of this 2 days conference, and I would like to call up Dr. Smita ma'am for declaring results here. Please, ma'am.
For offline oral presentation, we have 6 technical sessions, and out of 6 technical sessions, we got 2 best oral presenters. So, first one is Professor Kalyani Dixit from DAV College, Lucknow.
The title of my topic was Alp Prakash, a classical Ayurvedic and scientific document by Shannon Rao.
And the second prize goes to Vaishali Singh from Department of Chemistry, University of Lucknow. And the topic of presentation is unveiling the role of silver-based polymer nanocomposites for hydrogenation of nitrophenols. And for poster presentation, we have winners. The first position is shared with 2 people, and one is Akriti Srivastava from Navyug Kanya Mahavidyalaya. And next one is Sudakshina Trivedi from University of Lucknow. I will request our winners of oral presenters to come on the stage. Sudakshina. Vaishali Singh.